We're big Murder, She Wrote fans. We started watching this winter, and I am blown away by how good some of these shots look, especially these exteriors. And I know it's a different look than we're used to, but knowing that they were moving so fast, that these productions were only like, what, a couple weeks or something? The contrast is so nice, the colors are so strong, the way that the light blooms around people. So I wanted to explore what they might be doing. And I'm not a DP, but I'm gonna take some guesses. So please in the comments tell me if I got stuff wrong. And maybe we can learn something, because honestly, some of these shots put some modern TV shows to shame. Let's start with this image. I really like this one. It's Jessica Fletcher and this bodyguard jogging through a park. I think it's South Pasadena. And it's very simple when it comes to lighting, but it's gorgeous. We've got, it looks like it's about, what, 3:34 p.m. or something. We've got a direct sun backlighting, and then we just have a little bit of fill coming in here. I don't know if it's a bounce or if it's some big lights fixtures over here coming in. I'm not sure what they did. And I was trying to promise that I wouldn't make this whole video about why film is still unparalleled when it comes to aesthetics, but I don't know, I might have to go there, that, you know, when you have really strong light sources like the sun on film, they look great. But on digital, they don't look as good. It looks almost like an error. And I know that we're getting higher and higher dynamic range, but there's something about the way light comes in and bounces around the gate, you know, the halation, that's just gorgeous. Let's compare it to, I was able to find a more modern, I think it's 2018 FBI show. This is also, I think, direct sunlight. The camera, of course, has lots of dynamic range, but it just looks very flat and boring. There's no magic to it, very clinical. And, you know, you could make it a little better by upping the contrast. There's still no magic. It's still very clinical in direct sunlight, where in direct sunlight, film just performs really well. Moving on to the next image, we've got a lot of DPs would probably say it's not great because, you know, the face doesn't really have much of a shape to it. There's no shadows shaping in here. Maybe you know, maybe a more modern DP would come in and add negative fill, add some shadows there. But once again, I think because this film stock it's being shot on is so forgiving and just handles color and light so well, even this direct lighting just looks great. The skin tones are really nice. It's a mix, I think, of soft light, like a big soft source coming in on the face here. And then maybe there's is this a little eye light, like a hard source coming in? And we get that hard source on his chin too. So they're kind of mixing hard and soft sources. And is this the blue of the sky right here coming in? Of course, the greens are really nice. Let's check out another one here. Modern cinematographers would probably want to shape it a bit more, and I do appreciate that. It's a little flat. You can see there's a little bit of shaping happening, but you know, we could negative fill that a bit or something. But even though it's like straight on lighting, it still looks nice. And I think it's the film stock that just handles that so well. I feel like on digital, it would feel very more soap opera-y or more documentary-esque, where the film stock is able to just handle that straight on direct lighting better. But you know, they are doing some nice things here. They got the eye light here, and production design is on point. The eye color with the wall color, you know, contrasted with the coat there. Really nice stuff for a TV show where they were filming, what, each episode they probably filmed in a week or two, which is moving so fast. And this is one thing I've been thinking about lately as in my own film work, when I think about, do I want to shoot on digital or film? I did my last short on film, and I've done a lot of stuff on digital. And I don't hate digital, but I think you could theoretically film an indie film on 16 millimeter Kodak, like 50D, low grain, and you could move super fast with lighting. You could kind of get messy maybe with lighting, and the image would still, it'd be a little more theatrical, but maybe that could go well, especially if it was a comedy or something that might be a little quicker, so you're not having to spend quite as much time on each scene. The film is going to be forgiving, and in a way that if you did the same setup on digital, it would look way more corny. But yeah, let's check out this one for a sec. It's late in the afternoon. almost golden hour. This definitely looks like South Pasadena. We got a nice Coast live oak there, even though it's supposed to be Boston, I think. The glow here is really nice, even though it's clipping. It's just very pleasing. And we're getting some of that warmth even in the shadows, like bouncing off of here, I think. Well, look at that warmth there is nice. We got halation going on there. And then they're just pushing in some fill light here, right? It looks like that's a real lighting source. That looks like something more than bounce. She might just be getting bounce, I don't know. But he's definitely got some kind of soft source on him. And you can see there's some kind of, light here in this glass. And like this kind of stuff isn't gonna win cinematography awards. Even at the time, it was cheap. They were moving fast, but I'm sorry, the film stock just holds it so well. It holds up so well and it looks so good. There's an aspect to shooting with film that is so much more forgiving. And maybe it's made DPs better shooting on digital. Like, to give digital credit, maybe it's made all these DPs really good. I'm still processing this all. I might change my mind next week, but there is something I think to be learned here, especially from these old TV shows, about what corners to cut, right? Because I think when you're doing filmmaking, especially more indie or lower budget filmmaking, you have to cut certain corners. If you cut the right corners, it's fine. But if you cut the wrong corners, then it kind of breaks the audience's sense of absorption into the story, right? Maybe Jessica Fletcher has something to teach us about what shortcuts are worth taking and which ones are not.